Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshireman66. I am Mark, your entertainer, whatever you want me to be. Yes, I'm wide awake, getting a bean out today. Right, so sorry about that there wasn't a video on Monday. I took a rest. I don't want to burn myself out, so I took a well-deserved rest as far as I'm concerned. And I didn't feel very well as well. So, make it up to you today, and going to do the third man factor. The third man factor, or the third man syndrome, refers to reported situations when an unseen presence, such as a spirit, provides comfort or support during traumatic experience. So we'll start with the third man factor. So this is what, and then we'll chat a bit later. So Ernest Shackleton in his 1919 book Self described his belief that an incorporeal joined him and his men during the final leg of their Antarctic journey. Shackleton wrote during that long and racking march of 36 hours over the unnamed mountain glaciers of South Georgia. It seemed to me often that we were four, not three. His admission resulted in other survivors of extreme hardship coming forward and sharing similar experiences. In recent years, well-known adventurers like climber Reynold Masner and polar explorers Peter Hillary and Anne Bancroft have reported their experience. One study cases involving adventures reported that largest group involved climbers with solo sailors and shipwreck survivors being the second most common group, followed by polar explorers. Some journalists have related to the concept of the guardian angel or imaginary friend. Scientific explanations consider this is a coping mechanism or an example of bicameral mentality. The concept was popularized in 2009 book by John G. Gina, Third Man Factor, that documents scores of examples. Modern psychologists have used the third man factor to treat victims of trauma, cultivated in the character lens, image and support and comfort. So what do you think? The third man, I mean, I know there were a single yachtsman in 1973 doing Cape Horn. Now, and he was battling raging seas for hours and hours and hours, and he felt that, somebody were there with him, tell him to go get some rest. So that's what he did. I mean, it's unbelievable, but he went. He did what he had to do, get his charts and things like that, even get some rest, because he believed that there was somebody at the tiller. This is what he believed, steering the boat. And he even, while they were having the rest, he even saw walking. As soon as they come out of danger, it disappears. So now, this is what they call the third man factor or syndrome. Or you can call it, is it a guardian angel? I'll let you discover that. All I know is, when I had my car crash in 2013, this is the first time I've ever mentioned this, by the way. Not, even my mate Kevin will get a shock when I tell him this. In 2013, when I had my car crash, and big car crash, and I was lucky to be alive. But yeah, I had a near fatal accident and car crash, and I was trapped. Some people tried to help, but they couldn't get me out. So I was left. Kevin made sure flagged down, and he went and met the ambulance and that, and the police basically. And while that was happening, I was on my own. Obviously, I'm in shock. Broken this arm, as you can see, scars, and I felt back at the car go down, like someone sat in the back seat basically, and I couldn't turn around like that. But I heard the voice saying, "Don't worry, things will be okay. They're on the way. You will be saved. You will live." And he called me by my name, Mark. "You will live, Mark. So don't worry, you'll be fine." And as soon as I think a policeman came, saw the car, thing kept quiet. Whoever was behind me kept quiet, and then he went, and then the voice came back saying, "Look, I told you that they're coming. They're going to rescue you. You're going to live." And I went, "Okay, fine." And that was unbelievable. Ambulance came, fire brigade came, got me out eventually. On way in ambulance. Now, as far as I know, while I went in ambulance, I had to be crashed. But I went in ambulance, got to hospital, got to the how can I put it, into the A&E, and then up into the ward. Then next day I was going down to operation. Now I had the operation over several hours. I had to go into I had to go into ICU, intensive care unit, because while I was on ward I started to blow up. I couldn't control my gases basically. So into ICU, intensive care unit, I went. And this voice kept talking, "Don't worry, you're going to live. They're going to get you well. They're going to blah, blah." I thought, am I hallucinating? Because I was on drugs. I tell you now, for pain. And I thought, well, go with it. And I went with it. And then when I went back to ward, when they got me back to normal, when I went back to ward where I started from, voice came back, and it says, "Told you you're going to live." And I went, "Okay." And he says, "When you get out," and the voice said to me, "When you get out, live your life. Remember, life's too short." And I went, "Okay." And someone says, "Are you alright?" I says, "Yeah, I'm fine." "Are you talking to?" He said, "Well, I think I'm hearing things." Basically, because they didn't hear the person talking to me, they just heard me answering. Okay, fair enough, I'll do that, I'll remember that. And he says, and he disappeared because I were out of danger. It went. Now that scientifically, I mentioned this to I've mentioned this to my psychiatrist, and they seem to think it's a projection of my own mentality. It's made up in my own head, to comfort myself, basically. What I believe, it were again, some kind of guardian angel. I believe that there was an entity with me all the way through until I became well. That entity hadn't come back, but that's what I believed. I didn't recognise the voice because people said, "Well, it might, did you recognise? Was it a familiar voice?" No, it wasn't. It was a voice I've never heard before. It was so calm and so soothing. It was unbelievable. But it were, how can I put it? When he was saying, the voice was so calm and soothing, but it wasn't a voice what would put you to sleep, because the urgency in the voice kept me, alert. You know what I mean? He just says, "Relax, they're on the way, you're not going to die." And this is what the voice kept promising me. "I'm going to live, you're going to live, you're going to live." Obviously it's true because I am alive. And you can look at it that way. So this is the third man. It's factor or syndrome. I like to see it as a guardian angel, and that's all I can see it as a guardian angel. I don't think it was me making, hearing voices in my head, even though I hurt someone. But I felt the cat. I felt the car right behind my head, you know, someone sits in back at car and car goes down. That's what I felt. The car got out. I thought, oh, because I mean, I did mention to some people, so I swear blind there was somebody back at car. And Kevin says there was nobody there. And he says, what makes you think that? Because I felt car go down, like someone sat him back. He goes, all right. And but yeah, but this is the first time I've ever mentioned this, and this did really happen. And when I'm watching a documentary about the third man syndrome, which was on Alaska Triangle last night, I thought, oh, I'll do a bit more research, and that's what I came up with. And I thought I'd tell you this, and it was unbelievable. But I see it as a guardian angel. I don't see it as that your mental state's making it up. I don't believe that. I believe that there was an entity there. It was sat in back at car. I felt some kind of presence, but I also heard it, and it was a very unfamiliar voice. Not a scary voice. It was a calming, soothing voice, and and within that voice there were concern for my health, basically. But it knew that help was coming, and it wasn't far away. And when he said it wasn't far away, they arrived. You know what I mean? So yeah. And people say, well, it might have been your mate. I said, no, because my mate was talking to police in a police car. I saw where my mate was, and he was talking to police to explain what had happened to me and other car what went into the field, basically. Ambulance people got there and they says, oh, you're shaking, huh? I said, I feel a bit cold. And they said, well, you're going to be a lot more cold, which I was. And, because I had to take all my clothes off and cut them all off and things like that and make sure that I was alright. And I was. They says, oh, is that broken? I says, well, I can't move it, which I couldn't. But I don't feel pain while it's here. So it's okay. So I'll put a sling on that. Just slung it around my neck. I had to wear a neck brace, which I hated. But things like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do believe, but I like to call it it's a guardian angel. But the third man factor, been plenty of reports of it. There was a sailor in 1973 who was circumnavigating the globe. He got to Cape Horn and he was battling them seas. And he felt like someone else took over the boat. There was someone there who took over the boat. And he went, did all his charts. Strange thing is, his boat never changed course. You know what I mean? He kept on course. Even when he went to sleep to get a bit of kit and things like that. And then when danger passed, gone. Like with me, danger passed me. The voice came and says, "You're going to live. Remember, life's too short. Live your life." Gone. And I was overwhelmed by that time, and I had to talk to someone. And I did. I talked to someone. I talked to a psychiatrist in hospital, and she says, "Well, that could be you, but we'll go into that at a later date." I was diagnosed with PTSD because trauma. That's what that created PTSD. I was told it will never. PTSD will die down. I says, yeah, but you will get, how can I put it? Anxiety will kick in basically, and I wasn't wrong. But it's been double for me because when lockdown came, I was getting back on my feet. Me, my PTSD were going. I want too bad, and I thought, well, anxiety were kicking in. I knew, but with lockdown, it like amplified it. Literally, I was cracking up. First week of lockdown, I was absolutely cracking up. We could go out, and Kevin says, well, we'll go for a walk, and that's what we did. We went for a walk. He says, it's no good this. I says, no, I know it isn't. And then when that first lockdown ended, I thought, all right. Then found out second one was coming round the corner, lockdown, and that's when that's when I decided. I told Kev what I was thinking of doing. Kev says, do it. He says, tell people how you're coping and see if it helps anybody else. And I think it did. and I were quite, you know, there. So I thought I'd do this third man phenomenon, as they call it. I won't say it's a phenomenon though, because two mountain climbers. Third man factor or third man syndrome. Such as a spirit provides comfort or support during traumatic experiences. Well, that's what happened to me. An entity came to me to calm me down. And I kept calm all the way through this accident. Kevin was quite surprised because I wasn't panicking. And I ended up with this entity. And I don't know who it is. I wish I did. I wish the entity had come back and I could thank it for helping me. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. But that's the third man factor or third man syndrome. I like to call it my guy. Well, somebody was watching over me that night. I like to call it a guardian angel. But I wish that entity had come back so I could thank it. Thank whoever it is, man, he, or whatever. If it's a man or a woman or a child, I just wish to thank it. And how right they was. I did survive. I am alive. And yes, life is too short. So, if you have liked that one, and I hope you have liked it. This will be under Yorkshireman. Will it be under Yorkshireman Talk? I think it will be. It'll be under Yorkshireman Talks. Yorkshireman Talks to you, third man. Got it somewhere. Third man factor. Or third man syndrome, but I call it the third man factor. And that's it will be under the Yorkshireman Talks. So that's my, I can only say it's a story. I know it's true because it happened to me in 2013, and it happened at that precise time at 1 hour in traumatic danger, literally car crash. It was unbelievable, but it's a voice I'll never forget. If I ever heard it again, I'd know, but it's a voice I'd never forget, and things like that. So, if you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. So please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. It's free to, it's as simple as this. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell icon when you subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And it all. That will let you know when I'm uploading another video. But if you do subscribe, and you think it's not for you, and then you unsubscribe, please tell me why you've unsubscribed or why you don't like it, things like that. But please subscribe if you're new, hit the bell icon and it all. That will let you know when I'm uploading another video. Sorry for repeating myself. Share the video. Now this is important. The like's important, and now this is important. Share the video to other social media like Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And also share it to your friends and family. And comment below. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now. Catch you all later.